There we go. All right, welcome to another Demarcation Media live stream. It's been a week, no, more than a week since the last stream, because I was traveling, so I wasn't able to bring my streaming setup with me. But we're back, and we have Action Edition 4, which is Optimus from Transformers 1. I was a little surprised to see this, to be honest, because I thought they were kind of ramping down their Transformers 1 stuff, but then they went and did this, and it looks like they might have made their best one yet. This is the box. This is what really sold me on this kit, is the spinning axe blade. There's a bunch of accessories included, but the spinning axe blade really got me. Also, in case you guys were wondering, so Blockies have been doing a ton of reveals. Like, every time I wake up in the morning, there's always more reveals. And the next Action Edition is actually going to be Tarn, not Megatron, which might be disappointing for some people. But, golly, I need some water. But Tarn does look like he's going to be pretty good. So hopefully we'll get a Megatron to go along with this guy at some point. Let's see, we got a lot of people in the chat. Gelato, Khalif, Mad Knights, Brick and Pixel, Optimus Prime, The Z Killed Hack, 096, Prime Plus Studio, Charlotte's Madsen, Uyama Productions, Luke Snowball, Void Productions. Dang, we got a lot of people here. Welcome. Oh yeah, and Dark of the Moon, Megatron, Dark of the Moon, Bumblebee. Blockies is cooking. They are cooking with gas. Ooh, that's cool. Alright, so this is actually a very robust box. We don't need to keep it. Oh yeah, and their Star Wars stuff is releasing. And they revealed that there's going to be not Action Edition. Classic Class, Mandalorian and Bo-Katan, which is awesome. Alright, so we've got this. It's a bit bright. No, I want it darker. There we go. Getting Classic Class Bayverse figures. I mean, we've had Classic Class Bayverse. We'll see how long it takes to get Action Edition Bayverse. Ooh, look at this. So this little thing has printing. This is all translucent blue parts, and I gotta say, the plastic feels great. It feels a lot different. Oh yeah, and we've got all the swappable eyes where his pupil is like in a different direction. That's crazy. We've got some yellow parts that I have no idea where they go. We got instructions on how to change the battery, which we'll probably keep. Do you see the Action Edition Tarn? I did. Blockies announced the Dark of the Moon, guys? Yes. The rumors of the Classic Class Jazz are fake. Let me repeat that, so we all know. The Classic Class Jazz for Transformers 1 was fake. Somebody took the box art for the other Classic Class figures and AI generated what they thought Jazz would look like. It's fake. Classic Class and Champion Class are kind of the same thing. They just are using the same... Yeah, it's confusing. Anyway, yeah, they're the same thing. Okay, so that's a few more printed parts. Here is the torso. You know what? Might be helpful here. Oh, yes. Look at that. That's the activation key, because there's a magnet in here. You know what might be helpful, though? I have a tool for this. I have a tool. A runner organizer. Look at this. This is a cool thing. Are there images of the new Dark of the Moon figures? There's only their prototype image so far. but there are a couple. But yeah, I'm going to see about using this runner organizer this time. Keep things a little cleaner. Yo, the Matrix is on a whole nother runner. That's crazy. What Blockies Action Edition is my favorite. So far, Soundwave. But this guy might take the cake. We'll see. Oh, there's the axe. There's the spinny effect. This feels like something a premium import figure would have. Look at this. You ditch Cartoon Network in favor of... Golly, that's a lot of different things. Little bro, welcome. Guys, look at this. This is like metallic and translucent at the same time. This is sick. This is so good. Oh yeah, here we got all the hands. I know there was a lot of people saying, oh, he doesn't have the posable hands. He's got posable thumbs on a couple of them. On most of them. I gotta say though, I'm much happier with non-posable hands. That's just me. Whoa! Since when do these guys come with cards? That's crazy. Action Edition is the only one that has the spinning axe. Yeah, correct. Oh, I knocked that over. Let me unbox all of these before I organize them. Is Megatronus the best classic class? I mean, I'm still just going to give that always to Bayverse Prime. Oh, man. That's so good. I'll just go ahead and put this on, because I'm pretty sure that this just pops on here. Yeah. That's so good. And they got the colors correct? Oh, I see. Okay, there's a few more parts we're going to put on the axe. I understand now. Which Blockies classic class is your favorite? Bayverse Prime. Hey, E2R4 Studios, welcome. Am I doing a video on this guy? I sure am. Oh, he's got this stand. I definitely will be doing a full video. Time for the Wolverine. Oh, the Wolverine looks really good. His face looks a little odd, but overall he looks pretty good. I did see the Dark of the Moon reveals. I've seen pretty much all the Blockies reveals. As far as I'm aware, I'm up to date on all of them. Well, this runner's a little awkwardly shaped. Yeah, look at this. We can just kind of organize the runners a little bit, so it's easier to get the parts. Yeah, Blockies has some pegs and stuff, like here. Not quite the same as Gundam, but it still works for some of these runners, like this. We got a lot of hands. I am quite pleased about that. What is stopping it from clipping in? It's another peg! No! Okay, it still works. I'm just trying to make sure that I can still build. Well, that one doesn't go on either. That one probably won't either. What about this one? That one can go. Okay, there we go. So, what are we going to start with first? The head. Here, let me crank this up a little higher. Hopefully without causing any malfunctions here. There we go. Oh yeah, they are doing Powerpuff Girls. Okay, so we've got this, and we're going to be using 7. I don't know why 9 is here, but we're going to be using 7. And then we get to choose between the different eyes. We'll probably start with the neutral eyes. I imagine this would be a little bit of a pain to change. That's the only downside to this is if you want to swap these out, you kind of have to do a lot of swapping. But we've got, I'm going to do the masked face, but we do have multiple faces here. We've got, oh, interesting. We don't have like a happy Orion face. We have a stern Orion face. Angry Orion face. And kind of grumpy face. Interesting. You don't know how to feel about the figures in GVO8. The upgrades feel way too early. What do you mean way too early? I mean, like, when do you implement such massive upgrades? Oh, C2. That's color separation. C2 10. Favorite song from the Halo Wars soundtrack? The last one, the insignificanty, however you pronounce that, all sloppy, no Joe. That one's pretty good. Also, Work Burns and Runaway Grunts, just because I like the name. Okay, E2 7. Oh, both 7s, I'm assuming. Alright. So then, I think that's the right side. Yep, it is. Cool. I thought that was going to be print, to be honest. Okay, why Demarcation lives are underrated. Well, the YouTube algorithm isn't necessarily on my side, so. Arm plugs in the arm so you could add the sword. Snapped? How did you manage that? That's... Wait. Whoops. I think I grabbed an Orion headpiece. Hold on. Oh, I did, didn't I? I did. Yeah, the Optimus headpiece sticks out a little farther than the Orion headpiece. So, we'll grab a 6 here. Music in the background. The music in the background is from the game Surviving Mars. Highly recommend the soundtrack. It's fantastic. I've never played the game. I have no idea if the game itself is any good. Wait, are they sure about this? I don't think that's the right piece. 9 and 6? That one's correct. No, that is not the right side. What the heck? What are they telling me here? Oh. Oh, I see what I did wrong. It was upside down. Marvel Rivals Classic Class. Oh yeah, I want to get that Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is the one I'm looking forward to the most, to be honest, because holy crap, that thing looks good. Okay, we need 14, because the detail is different between the two, because Orion and Optimus are different. And then we have this one here. I need to open the window. It's warm in here. It is technically, I guess, still summer here. Oh, okay. The top part goes on first, so we pop that on. We're getting ahead. Make sure we're really in focus here. And then we'll pop the back piece on. So, as is usual with Blockies, you don't need tools. However, if you want cleaner cuts, some of these things could use a tool here and there. It's like not necessary, but you will get rid of nub marks that way. What classic class do you think is the most hated? Probably the Transformers 1 Ironhide, because everybody's like, no, he should have been Alpha Trion instead. I think that's the one. That or Gorilla, Monkey Man. Does it matter which one? I think it's the same on both sides here. Okay, no, it does matter. It very much does matter. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hey, multiversal! Hoping the build isn't too complex. Well, it's probably going to be one of the most complex that we've done from Blockies so far. Look at that head. That is a fine head. Now, I'm curious. Oops, wrong direction. I am curious. Can I just build the... Oh, they tell me to build the alt head later. Okay, so we've got this. We'll pull the tab out because that's what allows for lights. Oh, it's magnetic. That's right. Ta-da! Blocky seems popping up more and more. Different grades and scales. Yes, so we've got Defender class, which are, I don't have one within reach, but they're little chubby guys. And then we've got Galaxy version, which are this size, so they're a little bigger. Then you've got Classic class, which is a next grade up. They're usually a head or two taller than Galaxy version figures, and then they usually also have more detail, and sometimes more articulation. And then you've got the Action Edition ones, which are essentially the same as a master grade if you were building Gundam. So that's all the different scales and styles. Shipping for Dark Moon Optimus was 13, dang. Do I recommend the Classic Class Mirage? I've not gotten that one, so I don't actually know if he's any good. That was one of the few. I didn't ever get Mirage, RC, or the bot mode Primal. Those were before I really started getting into Blockies, so I didn't end up getting those. Because by the time I really started doing the reviews and whatnot, it was a bit like the hype for those ones had already died down. There was more new ones to move on to. Maybe I'll circle back around. There's a store near me, actually, that has them in stock. Which is funny, because I actually tried getting a hold of the owner of that store to recommend they sell Blockies, and he never responded. And then one day, just Blockies showed up in their store. So I thought that was pretty funny. Interesting. There's a slight joint there, but not really. So we're still on A1 here. Gonna buy GV06, but it's just sold out. Where were you trying to buy 6 from? Because there are plenty of import sellers that have stock. I can assure you of that. Okay, this is 1. No, I have to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. Ah! Where's A2? A2. All these black runners look the same. A2 15. Cool. Am I planning on getting them? Maybe. At some point, perhaps. But Blockies may just keep me busy with their new releases. Because, like I said, we got Star Wars coming. We got all these new Transformers reveals. All the Marvel stuff. Like, I'm telling you guys, Blockies is quickly becoming the best toy brand in the world. I am convinced that in a few years, when you talk about the big toy brands, you'll be like, oh yeah, Lego, and then Blockies. All right, A4, we need 14. Yoink. And 16. Yoink. I said yoink. Would I ever buy Hasbro Studio Series? Probably not, for a couple reasons. And I've explained this kind of before. But first, the Studio Series are just freaking overpriced. They're so expensive for what they are. And in a lot of cases, I don't even think they look that good. Like, there are a few... Optimus looks fine, but, like, I don't know. I hate the way that transformable figures' hands look. They look really bad to me, even if the rest of the figure looks good. And then, some just... Like, I don't understand people cheering about the... wow, that's very tight. The Studio Series Bayverse figures, those look like crap to me. The detail is so bad. Like, I don't get it. I don't get where the hype comes from. Because I looked into it, because people kept telling me that the Bayverse Prime Studio Series, whichever one that was like the most popular, he's now super expensive, obviously. But I was like, you know what, I'll look into him, see if it's worth tracking one down, despite the expense. It was not. He looks so bad. And then they just did the, the Studio Series last night, Optimus? He looks so fat. It's so bad. What's left on the shelves for Mega at Target? It's Pokemon. I know they're in the process of selling out the Pokemon. A bunch were on sale. I found a Target where they were all 50% off, including all the pixel arts. The Red Rocket's still in Target. You can find those here and there, which is pretty cool. That's about it. You won't find any Halo. The Xbox has slowly started going away and been showing up on, like, Target liquidation sites and stuff. Yeah, seems like the curtains are closing. I'm honestly just so grateful that I found Blockies as Blockies was getting into their stride. And it was like the same timing. Blockies got into their stride while Mega absolutely just fumbled the bag on every aspect. So here we are. Is that supposed to be angled? No way. It's not supposed to be angled. No, it's not. Okay, cool, cool, cool. This underskeleton is insanely detailed. Blockies would make Battletrap and Nightbird. No. I mean, Rise of the Beasts became irrelevant really fast. It was just such a kind of a lame movie that people were done with it really fast. ODST Anthony, welcome. Luke Snowball, the buildable Xbox. That's what I'm talking about. Gelato, what do I think will be left after 2025? I don't know, since supposedly we're getting a Halo game reveal or something this year. I don't really know about that, but I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, the Mega Hot Wheels stuff is kind of going away because I'll see Mattel Brick Shop cars in stores actually quite a bit. So clearly they can still get stuff into stores. They don't do Dark of the Moon Sentinel. I'm going to be very depressed. Oh, yeah, I hope they do. Haven't regretted buying a ton of them. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I found... So when I was traveling the other week, I actually found a handful of stores with Blockies, but they were charging $15 per Galaxy version figure, and I was not having any of that. It's cheaper to get it imported than to buy them for $15, unless you're buying a rare. Oh, we built the spine. The segmented spine. That is so good. There we go. That's so good. Oh, we get to put the Matrix in his chest now. Mega vehicles are nice. So accurate to the Mattel version of these cars. I need to get some of the brick shop, cars because they do look really good. I just haven't bothered yet because there's just Mega videos just don't do as well. So, and when Blockies is doing so much, I'm trying to focus on making sure I get the Blockies content done first. Look at this. We're making him Optimus Prime. The Matrix is in there. Revenge of the Fallen is better than Rise of the Beast. I mean, I enjoyed watching Revenge of the Fallen better because of Optimus. Optimus was just more fun to watch there. Also, Blockies did the texturing here. That's crazy. Crazy to me that they did that. Alright, so we've got this. B13 and then B115. Now, it's being very specific about how I put this in, so we're going to try to be very specific. It shows the L goes in here. Oh, that wasn't that hard. They put a lot of emphasis on that, but that's fine. Is it possible to have the cog in the chest when he's in Orion mode? I believe it is, but we'll find out. They do have the cog, and it's got a connection point. Here, wait, let me see. Oh, yeah. I think the cog would fit. I am pretty darn sure. Alright, so we need 11. I need to buy 1 or 2 boxes of Defender version 4. Nice. Where's 14? Wow, 14 is an awkward looking little piece. Does the Action Edition Geo and Optimus and Megatron age well? So, Megatron, he wasn't great right off the bat. Like mine, the hips were so loose that he couldn't stand up for the review. And then, it just snapped when I tried to tighten them. So, he definitely was the weakest of the bunch. Optimus, I never ended up getting him for some reason. I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do here? How is that supposed to work? Am I supposed to just squeeze it in? It's like slightly separated. Oh, I am. Okay. Well, that's an interesting way to do it. And then we've got this piece. Yep, there's a little nub. Definitely some nubs here. You know what? I'm probably going to grab a knife so that we can clean up the nubs as we go. Where's my knife? Here we go. Yeah, because some of these nubs are going to be hard to get to afterward. How many countries is this Optimus Prime in? I think a lot, because I think it's on the Blockies site right now. I mean, there's the link up at the top of the chat, and you can go and look. So, I'm pretty sure most countries... I don't know about the UK, because I know the UK's stuff sometimes is a little bit different, but I'm pretty sure the US has him right now. Wait. Oh, wait, this is? Huh? Oh. That's kind of crazy. There's like some hinging motion here. Triple SMT. Welcome. How much was it? So, half of Blockies figures are just Optimus Prime. Isn't that just half of all Transformers figures are just Optimus Prime and Megatron? So, this guy was provided by Blockies, but I believe his retail price is $40, which is basically on par with like a master grade, which feels pretty fair to me because some master grades are more expensive. There's like some $60 or $80 master grades. Trim off some of this. There we go. This is a fresh X-Acto blade, so it's quite sharp. And then we add the windshield. I think, too, what makes this even more worth the price is that there's no stickers for you to add. There's no decals for you to do. You could panel line if you want, but you don't have to. What was my favorite Galaxy version wave? 6 was really good. Or, no, sorry, not 6. 4. I really liked 4. I also really like the new one just because I love getting better and better versions of Optimus. And this guy is one of my favorites. Like, he just looks so good. Make sure he actually stands. All right. So we can open this. Like that, and then this pulls. This is probably going to be difficult once he's actually put together, but that pulls out and does that. How long do you think this guy's going to take to build? Could be a couple hours. We'll see. I know it said, somebody was like, oh yeah, it took me 4 hours. I don't think it's going to take us 4 hours. Just because I've built a lot of these things. But if I spend too much time yapping, then it might take a little longer. Yep, so the Matrix is in there. Ah, we get to use the silver. So we got his backpack piece. And then, what is 14? Ah, here we go. 14 and 15. Lots of color separation. What do you think you should do with the dupe figures? I mean, you could trade them for other figures. You could sell them off. You could paint them, save the parts for customization. Because, like, there's a lot of customizing potential. Look at that. That's sick. The color separation is crazy. Oh, we get to use some of the printed parts now. So we use 2 and 1. So this one goes here. Very seamless. And this one goes here. There we go. Now we need his neck joint, which is a double jointed piece. I think the longest parts are going to be the legs and the arms. There we go. Can we just go ahead and put Optimus's head on? He's definitely got a long neck. But it doesn't look too eyesore-ish, at least to me. Oh, that is a little annoying. If you push on this on accident, his little ear bits start to come off. That maybe would warrant a glue, but I don't know if that would interfere with... I don't know if that would interfere with the swapping of the heads at all. Okay, so we got that. Now we are working on the waist. That's A1 and A2. So there's A2. And where does A1 go? Here's A1. So A1, 16 and 17. Got your first Shining version set. You got the Chase Megatron. Nice. Nice. What will be the next Optimus they do for Galaxy version 9? Well, now they can just go back and do like Nemesis and Ultra Magnus and stuff again, which I'm personally hoping for. I know some people would be a little bit miffed by that, but I'm hoping that they will do that. Okay, so we do this. Pop that in like that. Pop that in there. Okay, interesting. Then we need A19. What is 9? Oh, it's this detail part. A19 clips on. Oh, it is supposed to stick up that much. Cool. And then D2, 1. How long will it take for the review to come out? Probably a few days. Because, well, for it to come out, I don't know. So here's the thing. I can sometimes get videos done really quick, but then my release schedule dictates that it has to come out a little later. So that's why the members get access to stuff first. But we'll see. I'm trying to get things done quickly, but there's only one of me and many videos to make. So I'm sometimes limited. Especially because Blockies is releasing stuff so fast. Alright, that's very seamless, very nice. We need A4 and A5 now. So there is going to be another stream today. I'm going to be building a alt Lego castle. My wife is going to be joining me for that one. That's going to be later in the day. Or the A5 10. Okay. A Nemesis with updated. Yes, I agree. You'll get Combaticons. Maybe, because they did do Blitzwing, and then they did Blitzwing in Galaxy version right after Defender version. So I don't know, we could see. We could potentially see that. Hot Rod is amazing, but the head is ugly. Yeah, I agree. I was disappointed by that. I was hoping that it would be correct, but it's just so narrow and weird. Like, yeah, it's just weird. The Defender Hot Rod looks better, which again is disappointing. It doesn't matter which way this goes. I don't think it does because it's symmetrical on all sides. Oh, I see where this is supposed to go. Come on now. Settle in place, please. There we go. So that's pretty seamless. Average purple. Welcome. You're not actually that late. We've only made the torso and the head, so there's plenty of building to be done still. Next wave might have another body part for Unicron. I'm honestly not really expecting that. I know a lot of people are, but I'm not really expecting that. I could be wrong, but I just don't feel like that's something Blocky's gonna do right now. There's a lot of detail here. Okay, so there's one side, and we got to do the same thing for the other side. Looking forward to the Godzilla ones. Yeah, they still have yet to reveal those ones, but they did show that they got the license. Oh, one of the things I'm really looking forward to is their Batman Beyond, Batman, and Nightwing figures. Did I see the new leaks? Depends. I might have seen them. You mean the ones where it showed the actual truck and stuff? I think I did see those. The truck looked like a Nemesis truck, even though we're pretty sure it's fake. We'll see. I'm actually kind of impressed that Blockies has kept the whole wave from leaking so far. Because in the past, they weren't able to stop that. I think that's the right way. Yeah. Should be. Go together. Good? Okay. I think we've got it connected. So then we need to take this, pop that on. Do I like the Dark Moon Optimus Prime? I do indeed. Hey, wait, let me see. Are there new... I'm going to look really quick. Are there new leaks here? Also, we got ourselves a little bit of a waste unit. Are there new leaks, or are these ones that I've... Yeah, I already saw the leaks we've got. I don't think they would, but third Galaxy Wave. I'm still not convinced that they're going to do that. Just because I don't really know that it would be that much of a benefit to them at this point. 24. And 7. And we need a 3. Accurate, the leak list was for DBO4. I'm trusting the list for DBO5. The list might be correct, which I'm sad that there's no Nemesis. Because I really wanted Nemesis, and I did not... I'm not really happy to see the translucent Optimus. I mean, I suppose it was inevitable, but I wasn't wanting to see that. Where do you find Blockies leaks? Oftentimes you can find them either on the TFW 2005 forums, or you can find them through the Blockies fan Discord. There's a Blockies official Discord as well, although that one I think could use a bit better moderation. I'd like to see a classic class G1 Optimus Prime. It's actually kind of interesting to me that they haven't done any classic class. They haven't done any classic class G1. Wow, that's way more in depth than I was thinking it was going to be. Man, all right, cool. Fender 4 was the first to not have a gold figure, which I'm not... I will say I'm not at all unhappy about that. The gold figures... I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of getting variants of figures that are just, like, for collectible purposes only and not an actual usable form of that character. That might be just me. Ultra Magnus and Astro Train. I don't... Well, okay. Yeah, maybe we could see an Ultra Magnus if they do, because they already did the Optimus, like white Optimus mode, so maybe we could see other Ultra Magnus. I think little chibi Ultra Magnus would be so funny. But Nemesis, yeah, agreed. I want Nemesis. You're still waiting for this figure to arrive in retail? I mean, it's only been out for not even a week. So I would say patience. We're not in the it's been out for ages phase yet. Come on, man, get in there. Have I seen the Action Edition Tarn? I have. What Blockies figure are the most excited for? Gotta say, probably right now, the Galaxy version Mandalorian or Stormtrooper. Oh, that's... The joints and stuff so far feel really nice and tight. So far. Now we're going to go on to the arms, and I'm hoping the arms stick to that. But so far, I'm impressed. Oh, I put 4 over here. A 4... 11. Speaking of Action Edition... Oh, is the Devastator expansion pack released global yet? I believe so. I made a whole video about it with the links and everything. That's up on the channel right now. 19. Ultron. I saw the Action Edition Ultron. The picture of that one was much harder to make out. Much, much harder. But, yeah, I mean, I'd like to get most of the Rivals figures when they come out. I'm not really excited about Penny Parker. I don't really care for her. Her and her mech. I thought that was kind of meh. It's overly anime in the wrong ways. Okay, we've got that. And then we need 24. And we need 3. Where's A3? A3, 3. Ugh. I keep having to sneeze, and I don't want to sneeze because it's going to make it more difficult for me to build. Because sometimes if I start myself sneezing, I will never stop. So this pegs it there. Gavin's dreams for your birthday. You're getting Action Edition Optimus, Soundwave, Megatron. So you're getting the G1 lineup. Nice. Be careful with Megatron. His joints can be a bit fragile. Okay, so we got this, and then we need A4 again. Keep putting A4 over here. That's good, but I keep forgetting I'm doing that. Then we're gonna need some red after this. Very nice. Red, what are we getting? 12. It's funny how little red there is, but that's the amount that he's supposed to have. Like, I don't know. It feels like he has more red once he's all put together. Where does this attach on? Oh, I see now. Like that. Okay, and now we need the pipes, which is, this is 11 and 4. There we go. Pull those out, and then we're gonna need 4, because again, the shoulders are different between the forms. Pop that off, and then we also need 6. Cool. Pop that back on my runner organizer. Please stay up. Please stay. There we go. So we've got this. This is gonna pop on like that. Again, the nubs a little ugly. Gotta be. I probably should have done that before I popped it on, but only for G1. No, they introduced it with G1. They just wanted to start it off with G1, but Action Edition is just the big size. Favorite classic class is the Bayverse Megatron. It's a pretty good choice. I was actually pretty impressed by how much articulation he had. I thought he was going to be pretty limited. And then I got him and was like, oh, he's actually pretty decent. Oh, his shoulder armors can go way up. He's got a shoulder. Maybe I should just do both shoulders first. No, I'll do it the way they tell me to do it. So I need A3 again. A3, 21. Where's 21? Here's 21. A3, 19. Oh, here it is. What about Arkham Knight Action Edition? That would rock. You told me in the Megatron Prime stream you won't buy Action Edition Optimus Prime. You mean the original one, the G1 version? I don't plan to buy that one, just because I have so much other Blockies stuff to keep up with. A4, 7. Can you do the flamethrower smokestack weapon? Let's see. If you pop it out, Yeah, you could do that. You pop it out and flip it around. It doesn't just rotate, but it does fit. Works out pretty well. You could probably find a flame piece to fit in there too. Okay. This direction. Is the gold Rise of the Beast Bumblebee for sale still? That's a good question. We can check really quick, because I have the link in the chat to the Blockies site. And then it will show if we go... I know you guys can't see this, but... Exclusive limited. Yeah, he's still there. Let me just double check. Yeah. He is still available. The EX version. Okay, A4. 1. And 3. Oh, there's a hand for holding the cog. Interesting. This one, yes. Pop this on. I know he's got this like drop down mechanism. That's the part that I'm most worried about, because typically the drop downs are, I don't love them because they always tend to be loose. I have a Blockies backlog. I do have a Blockies backlog. Actually, I don't know if I'm technically supposed to show you guys this, but I can give you a little sneak peek. We do have another build at some point. At some point. I don't have clearance yet. But you saw nothing. Okay, so we've got this. Oh. Well, that seems actually pretty tight. When's the Tarn coming out? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Blockies does work fast, but they did just reveal it, so. $22. And you're telling Blockies on Discord. Honestly, good luck getting a hold of them on Discord. It's sometimes bad because they'll have like, and I don't think Blockies knows really how to run a Discord server yet. So that results in things like hackers and scammers not being dealt with as swiftly as possible. I know they're getting better. Oh yeah, these have like, or the one has like a bit of a hinge effect there. That's interesting. How much was this? This guy retails for like 40 bucks. Ah! Destroying my organization. This runner is getting too light. Okay, so... Oh, is this one of those things where they only give... Oh, no, never mind. They're just all called... They're all called the same thing. So we're going to make all the hands for this side. So we need that. We need 8. We need 17. 17 also needs a thumb, which is 25. Where's 25? Here we go. Interesting that they chose to do articulated, or at least semi-articulated thumbs. I don't know that it adds a whole ton. You could just do weird poses. But all of these get a number 2 backplate. Those birds outside are going nuts. Oh man, that looks good. Another nub. Definitely recommend nub cleanup. I'm not the best at nub cleanup. but just being able to trim off the excess plastic is usually a good thing. Alright, there's that one. Let's pop the plate on that. I'm going to go ahead and pop the fist. Ooh, that was nice and nice satisfying click. Oh, I see. There's a fist hand that's just a fist hand, and then this fist hand is the holding hand. So maybe I should just do the simple fist hand. It's got a little bit of movement, not a ton. Not a ton. Another number 2 backplate. Because he's got pointy fingers for both hands. That's pretty good. I'm liking the amount of hands here. Then we've got 27. Berwin boy, welcome. Got a member in the chat. Upcoming news. Hey, toy company. Yes, the Wonder Festival. What's my favorite rare? Probably the Defenders. Either Rodimus, Last Bot Standing, or the little mini Jetwing Prime. I heard Galaxy version 1 and 2 are stopped in production. That would make sense. They've been out for quite a while now. Oh, so I got another case of Shining 02 because unfortunately the joints on this guy are just snapping. They were like a production error and they were too tight and they just snapped over time. So I've gotten, that's my third case that I've gotten, right? Every single case that I have pulled has had the rare. I have had 3 rares from Shining version 2. 3. And I don't pull rares for like anything else. I've only pulled a few. But for some reason, every single Shining version 02, I get another rare. Also, that is a very like, come here, I'm going to crush your skull kind of a hand. It's a bit intense. What do we have? 23 is next. And then we need finger number 24. What Action Edition would you like to see next? Honestly, I'd love to see like an IDW Ultra Magnus. I know it's incredibly random, but for some reason, I just would love to get IDW Ultra Magnus. Do I have the Megatron secret? I do. I did manage to get that. I got that from another collector, although he forgot to give me the cog and the open hands, which is a little unfortunate. And I lost contact with him, so I'm not able to get that. So I have a somewhat incomplete rare. So we got the hands, all the hands. I think that's all the hands for that side. Oh, and then the cog. So we need 29. This is there's only one cog holding hand. Will Shining 2 and 3 reviews be coming soon? Yes. I've been working on them. At least 2. 2 is closer to coming out, but I've been so insanely busy that it's been really slow. I apologize for the delay, but I'm working on it. Don't worry. I think I've got everything I need filming-wise for Shining version 2. I just need to actually finish the editing. Okay, now we need to put the cog together. What? So we got this. Got this. F1. Oh, it's number 6. Oh, that looks way smaller. What? That looks way smaller in the instructions. Wait a minute. There's no way that's correct, right? But that's 6. F1 6. What? Wait. I'm so confused. Someone maybe... interested in buying the extra rares. Well, I gave away one of the rares. This other rare I got because I needed the replacement joints. So I'll have a jointless rare. So I may put that up in the Discord. Also, I'm confused. It shows this piece is way too big. But it shows it fitting. Did I put the wrong piece in here? There's no way, right? There's no way this would fit. I'm so confused. It's saying that, whoops, this piece is supposed to fit inside this cog. F1. Oh wait, that's 9. Wait, where did 6 go then? Uh-oh. Did 6 break off the runner when I wasn't paying attention? It might have ended up down here somewhere. Oh, I see it. Praise the Lord, it's a miracle. That was really confusing. Giveaway contests. That is also true. I do need to do a couple more Blockies giveaways. Whoa. I do have some... I still have some Defender figures to give away. I still have some Marvel Wave 1 figures to give away. Okay, so he can hold this. Blockies makes IDW Orion Pax. They did Orion Pax already. He was kind of mad because his head is way too big for some reason. I don't understand that. Oh, look at this. Cog holding hand. Very nice. Alright. Oops. That comes off really easily. Oh, I see. I see, it is on the hinge. Alright, there we go. Progress. Okay. Moving on to the next arm. Gotta go. Wish me luck on the garage sale. Well, good luck. Thank you for stopping by Gavin's Streams. We hope to see you around. We got Givo 5. D16 came with 2 of the same red bits on his torso. Yeah, that wave had a lot of problems like that. I don't know what was going on with their factories at the time, but I heard similar things from a lot of people. I don't really know what was going wrong. I see Hot Rod Optimus Prime. Which one? The Defenders one? Because I have, what was it, 5 Hot Rods now? 4 Hot Rods now? 5? This little thing. Yeah, this is definitely coming together. Am I playing Marvel Rivals? No, I haven't tried. Because when it came out, my computer was not in a position to run it. I could now, although I just recently got, I found Jedi Fallen Order for $10 at Walmart. So I got that. And I also got Battlefront recently, and I've been playing that. I kind of want to do a Battlefront stream at some point. But I have not tried Rivals. I thought about it, and then it was like, I don't know. There's just a lot of... People get way too competitive about it. And it turns into a sweat fest. So I haven't really looked much more into it. But I know it's free. The Galaxy version? Oh, the Galaxy version is right here. He's got his little Sharkticon on the fishing rod. He's a little weird. You can see him up closer in the full review. There's a full review available for everyone right now. All right, so we're gonna put this in. We're doing the same stuff we just did, but backwards. Kind of backwards, anyway. Another 4. We're getting close to the end of A4. Actually, we're gonna finish A4 up with this arm. Then we need this. Played the original 2005 Battlefront 2. I don't think I played that one. I was playing the Battlefront 2, like the remake, the one with what's her name? Iden Versio, which the campaign of that, I'm playing through that as well. That's a fun campaign. Although the starship levels are so freaking hard. I got stuck on a starship level. We like Transformers 1 Soundwave and Shockwave. What are my thoughts on them? Which ones? The designs in general, the Galaxy version figures, the Classic Class figures. Okay, we've got all the parts we need for the drop-down arm. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. Definitely, a lot of these tolerances feel a lot better. I think Blockies is upgrading their game here. The Galaxy version figures are great. Honestly, I think I like the Galaxy version Soundwave and Shockwave Transformers 1 a little better than the Classic Class version. Something about their proportions are just, I don't know, more satisfying to me, the way they did it. I was quite impressed. I like posing them. They've got the ab joint too, which makes them even better. My Soundwave came a little loose though. Wasn't a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of whenever a figure is loose enough to the point where it affects the use. So like if I'm trying to pose them and then they just start falling over because their joints give out over time. Not a fan of that. Alright, so we got this. Oh, wait, how did I miss the, whoops. Let's put the shoulder together real quick. Pop that. Pop that. What are we at? An hour, and we're already halfway through. I'd say we're making pretty good time. Who's my favorite character in Transformers? Well, Optimus is the first one. Ultra Magnus is a close second, and then Nemesis. Soundwave's head was too tight. Oh, that's also not a good thing. See, when you got him too loose, that's frustrating. And when you got him too tight, that's kind of terrifying because it's like, oh, is it going to break? Am I going to have my figure break randomly? Alright, and then we just need to put the hands. Oh yeah, interesting. Swivel back and forth. That part, the butterfly's a little on the loose side, but I feel like it's not loose enough where it's going to be a problem, I think. Golly, that hand just rocketed out. So we need... What did I just pull out? I don't know. It's fine, I'll figure it out. Because all of the hand back plates are the same now. Version, Soundwave silver paint. White looks weird. I mean, the white's not bad. I think it works out pretty well. Drawing pose references with the amount of articulation he has. Yeah, that's a good point. So this needs to be another 24 finger. . Okay, pop that on. You can change the poses slightly, I guess, with these articulated fingers. So I guess it is a bonus in some ways. And the pointy finger hand is just the pointy finger hand, so we don't have to do much with that. The holding fist hand is just the holding fist hand. We also don't have to do much with that. Wait a minute. Nope, that is not, that's not right. This is supposed to have a thumb. Future Blockies drill apart Transformers with transformation. But that's not the point of these figures. The point of these figures is the build. You've got third parties making transformable Transformers, but the price goes way up, and the articulation and fragility. Well, the articulation, oops, is that wrong? The articulation tends to go down, but the price and the fragility goes up, which is not ideal. Do I have an extra hand back? Or did I miss? I missed one. That would be why. I was going to say, Blockies doesn't typically do just a bunch of extra parts here. They can't because of Hasbro. Yeah, that's also true. Hasbro has a license for that. Miragetron Prime 217. Welcome. That's quite a name. Here we go. I'm going to give him the anime I'm going to crush your skull hand because why not? And then so we just kind of pull a bit. I really respect the way that they pulled off his articulation, because in the film he really just kind of like did poses and didn't like the parts would just shift. So I am impressed with the way that Blockies got around the potential like physics breaking. Who's better, Jetfire or Starscream? I don't know. That is a question I am not equipped to answer. Sometimes Transformers figure that doesn't transform. That too. It's like, what if we just want to appreciate the bot modes? That's kind of what I'm in it for. Alien big robots. I can get, I don't know, I know some people really like the actual process of transformation, and that's the fun part for them, which is fine. I just don't know that every figure needs that, because I think it's a detriment sometimes to some figures. Okay. Now we need a chew. This one. A chew 5. So we need this one. 5 and 6. How do I feel about the Dark Moon, Megatron, and Bumblebee reveals? Quite excited about it. If they have massively upgraded articulation, I think I'll be a little bummed that Optimus just got a DX and not a full Dark of the Moon re-release. But still, I'm quite excited. Well, you should do spare parts. I actually talked to them about that. It seemed like that's not something they had really considered before. So I told them, I was like, hey, buying some spare parts, especially when it comes to like joints, so that people can upgrade their figures, you know, because we've got all these upgrades and the old joints just weren't as good as the newer joints. So being able to buy spares would be very, very good. Army Builder of Stormtrooper. Yes, there's the Galaxy version, and there's the Champion class version, Classic class. Very excited. I definitely will be getting multiple of the Galaxy version ones, because I'd love to paint them up as like remnant Stormtroopers. But guys, seriously, if they make clone troopers, I'm done for. I will be amassing so many Blockies clone troopers, it will not be okay. Evo Blockies, welcome. Shockwave's arms won't pop in the right way, so he can't have his gun. Are you sure? Which do I prefer? Clone Trooper. Hands down, Clone Trooper. For the Republic. No questions asked. That's the way that I will go. So if they do... Man. Blockies is really changing the game here. If they do a Clone Wars wave... Can you imagine? Like Captain Rex, Anakin, Obi-Wan, plain Clone Trooper, a battle droid. Like, that would be the most amazing wave ever of any toys. Any collectibles, anything. Beastie Rock Gaming, welcome! Is the Action Edition difficult? I mean, it's certainly more difficult than Galaxy version and the Classic class, but I feel like it's a pretty good level of difficulty. Now, I will say, I've built a lot of model kits. So, my C111, my judgment of whether it's difficult or hard may be slightly skewed because I've built harder kits, and it's 13. Oh, interesting. And yeah, this is not the worst that I built. Will I do a live stream on the Star Wars? You bet I'm going to do a live stream on the Star Wars. I've been waiting for this since they announced it. And I know that's probably not going to come to the US for a bit, but you can get them imported so readily anyways that I don't know that's that big of a deal. Also, holy moly. Toe hinge. Yeah, I saw that Toy Guy's review, and he said the toe hinge was loose. The toe hinge is loose. Like, I can appreciate them adding it, but when it's this loose, it's going to make him fall over a lot. I might have to do something about that. And this just pops on like that. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other one right now, because why not? So we have that. I don't know if it's going to tell me to do it any differently, but we'll just go and look at that. Just knock this out real quick. Pop that out. Pop that out. We're going to need all of these parts, and this will get rid of a runner for us. Classic class. Just got Jetwing. Nice. Classic class took a nap and skipped dinner. Nice. Finishing without dinner. Maybe glue will fix it. That is possible. I might be able to put some glue in the joint. That's usually how I do things. Beastie Rock Gaming. What's my full name? It's Zechariah. I shorten it to Z because it's easier for people. A lot of times people think they hear Zechariah and their brain goes, "Oh, it's Zach," and it's not. That's not. Absolutely not. Building classic class. The classic class figures are not hard. At least in my opinion, they're not hard at all, really. I think they're pretty accessible. I hope they don't slack off with quality control. Yeah, well, see, that's why I do what I do, because if they start slacking off on quality control, you better bet that I'm going to be talking about it, and I'm going to be telling them about it. But here's the thing. Because they're expanding so fast, them slacking off on their quality control would be a horrible move right now, because they've basically entered the stage of the world, if that makes sense. So we've got people all over the world seeing Blockies, buying Blockies, and talking about it. So if the quality starts getting really bad, there's going to be a massive outcry. Hey, Flames, welcome! Skipping out on the Constructicons for the Age of the Primes Combaticons. I didn't even know that they were doing Combaticons. I don't pay attention to normal Transformers stuff. That's just... Because, again, I mean, I'll peek into the aisle in Target every time I'm there, but I don't really buy them. I found, like, a was it Studio Series Grimlock at my Target the other day, but I didn't bother picking him up because, again, I'm just not a big fan of those ones. Kaleev, welcome back. Does he scale well with the classic class Transformers 1B? I think that, well, he might. No, he's probably going to be a little small. B would, I think. Come on now, buddy. Get on there. I just did this. This shouldn't be hard. There we go. We have that one. There's so many layers to this foot. Blockies was just like, how many layers of armor do you want? Yes. That was a fairly ugly nub. Yeah, that's the worst part about this figure so far is, like, the mechanism is so seamless, but it's so loose. So loose, and that's really bad for something so weight intensive. But I'm glad they used the same, like, metallic silver. I would have liked to see a slightly more glossy red, to be honest, but it's not bad. I think consistency is fine in this case. You got the Blockies Devastator, and you don't have any of the... Oh, you don't have any of the Combaticons. Well, there's only one Combaticon. All the Constructicons are out there, but the Combaticons, there's only Bruticus. Opinion on Dark in the Moon, Megatron is B and B. As I said before, quite excited. I'm excited to see how they do more Bayverse stuff. Alright, so we got our feet. Now let's build these legs. Oh yeah, they hide some wheels inside, which is strange. I know some people were like, oh, why don't they just make transforming figures? They can put the wheels in there. Again, if you are asking for Blockies to do transforming figures, it's kind of missing the point of what Blockies is. Meant Constructicons. Oh. Well, you can just buy them separately, like through AliExpress and whatnot. Not whatnot. AliExpress, other import sites, or you can just buy all the waves. I know Blockies has a bundle. What, the overrated Action Edition? I don't know if any of them are really overrated, to be honest. I feel like everybody's had pretty good takes on them. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think any of them fall into the category of overrated. A15. I don't need that. That's stand stuff. This is 5. Okay. So we need 11. You don't use AliExpress? I mean, AliExpress is basically just eBay. I mean, you could use eBay as well. eBay, there's plenty of eBay sellers now. Oops. How are the nub marks? You definitely will have some nub marks. Using nippers would alleviate that quite a bit. So you don't need them, but if you want to avoid nub marks, I would recommend them. Hopefully that's not a very important piece because that slides a lot. What do I think the next Galaxy version is going to be? I'm not sure. In some cases, it's like I just don't know how to predict what Blockies is going to do because they're just doing things so fast, and in a lot of cases they're making decisions that like I wouldn't have expected but isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I do hope that they do a Transformers 1 Megatron for Action Edition. I don't really want them to do any other Transformers 1 stuff, but I think that doing Megatron, just so we can have Optimus and Megatron together, I think that would make a lot of sense. Alright, we've got that. Oh, we get to put the armor plates on. Cool. So, we need 17. And, excuse me, 18. think the Dinobots in Defender version are going to have a special Galaxy type. So I thought so. And then Blockies released the next wave without a Dinobot. Or supposedly the next wave is going to come without a Dinobot. So I'm not really sure. Not really sure what to expect now. Blockies doing Pacific Rim. I mean, I would love it if Blockies got the Pacific Rim license. I think that would be absolutely sick. I don't know if Pacific Rim is relevant enough for that, but that would be great. I would buy all of them. And it's Breaking Pixel. Hey, I appreciate the support. I certainly do my best. Oh, okay. This is the little wheels thing. So we need 11. Focus on G1 for Galaxy version until probably 10. I don't know if I've heard that, but I could believe that. I think I could see that happening. I don't know how to say that first name, so I'll just say WJ Moore. Welcome. You and a few other YouTubers maybe go online and buy an Action Edition figure. You got the G1 Optimus. Nice. That is the one that I have yet to get, but I have heard pretty good things about it. If you get Megatron to go along with it, be careful with Megatron, because Megatron is much more fragile. I just threw this piece. So we're going to do this and this. Wait, do I just literally sandwich it with the wheels? Blockies do Beast Wars. I know a lot of people want Beast Wars. I'm not a Beast Wars fan myself, but if they made it, you know, that would be great. Blockies does Halo. I've suggested it to them. I would love to see them take Halo on in any form, really. Like, I don't really care who they would start with. I would just want to see them give it a try. Okay, I don't really know. This just kind of sits, so I guess that's just going to sit there for a moment. Interesting. Very complex. GV11 will be Transformers 1 Wave 3. See, I think that by time 11 rolls around, it's going to be too long. Like, Transformers 1 is already fading out of the public eye as it is. Suggest them do War for Cybertron. I actually have suggested that to them back when I first started doing Blockies, but perhaps it's time to poke them again about it, see if they have any plans to do it, because that would rock. Okay. Okay. Got that on there. You see Blockies doing Evangelion? I did. I don't really know anything about the Evangelions. That's why I haven't really tried to get a hold of any. But yeah, they've done, what, 3 units? They're also doing some of the pilots. At some point, they really reveal that they're doing some classic class pilots. But yeah, I'm not an Evangelion person, so I don't think that I'm very qualified to talk about it. Alright, A5, 2. Wave 3 of Transformers 1. I know there are a lot of people that would buy it, but like in terms of just mass popularity. Yoink. Oh yeah, the wheels can slide out a little bit. That's kind of funny. Feels a little random, but you know, it's funny. Alright, and then we need C1. Is this in scale with the Bayverse Optimus? This guy is big. Bayverse Optimus does not, he's not that big. He's a classic class. This is Action Edition. Annihilation, welcome. We're still going. We got a little bit to do, so you're not too late. Too late is when the stream ends. What do you think of a Blockies and Gundam collab? I don't really know what either brand would benefit from that because they both do model kits. I don't know why we would need that. I mean, it'd be cool, but it would just be another model kit company making Gundam. The only reason I could see that being a thing is if they did like Defender version Gundam. That's the only way I could see them collaborating and it making any sense. What is it, 4? You're still annoyed that you're not getting Arachnid or Cog Delita in Galaxy? I don't really know why people are so bent out of shape about that. I mean, I guess Arachnid kind of makes sense. Cogged Elita, we got the classic class version, and she's actually properly sized to Galaxy version. So I think a cogged version in Galaxy would be redundant and less good because she wouldn't be shiny. Maybe it's just because I'm not, like, she's not my favorite character. And there's enough versions of her that I'm like, we don't need any more. Premiere, you were 9 hours before, nice. Which is just SD Gundam. Well, the Defender Blockies are smaller than SD Gundams, so it'd be like micro SD Gundams. Which I would buy them. I think they would be hilarious. But again, it's just like, I don't know where the big benefit of a collab comes in. Cog Delita was an important character. Yeah, but you've got the classic class version. And she's shiny. She scales properly to the uncogged figures in the Transformers 1 lineup. She lights up. I don't know. She's one of the better Transformers 1 classic class figures as well. Oh, interesting. Okay. Do human characters? I mean, they're already... they're already... Who is it? Is it Tamashi? There's the Tamashi... figure versions of the pilots and stuff. How old does classic class Elita scale with the Galaxy version figures? As far as I can tell, she's perfectly in scale in terms of like cogged and uncogged. Because she's a little bigger, so it works cogged wise. The style is different. I don't know. Elita's one of the simpler ones, so that's why I'm like, of all of them, she matches the most. Like Sentinel, no, Sentinel doesn't pair well, but Elita pairs pretty well because she's got a very simple style and it just works out better. But also it's like there's just not, I don't think there's enough characters aside from trying to pull in a bunch of filler characters to make a whole nother wave. At least not right now. C19 D2. Oh, here we go. Oh, sneaky. Next to a cogless bot. I mean, I can grab him real quick. Wait. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, that's popping that out. Okay, so we've got a foot. Ankle tilt definitely is a bit on the... Oh, never mind. It's. I think that toy guy didn't move these parts because you have to move those parts out of the way. But we're going to peg this in. There we go. He stands on one leg. But here, let me grab... Where did I put Elita? So let me grab a cogless wheel jack. And... Where did I put her? Oh, here she is. Chonky little cogless wheeljack and cogged Elita. Works for me because they got bigger, they got shinier, they got even a bit more detailed once they got their cogs. Test out the ab crunch. Let me put together the other leg and then we will do a full articulation test. How about that? Okay, A5. Ah. Annihilation, you're just watching build. You're not in a mood typing late night. That's fair. Totally fair. So that's the good thing about these streams is you're not required to type in the chat. If you just want to watch, that is completely okay. All right. Next Action Edition should be one of the Titans. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if Blockies is going to go that direction, but hey, that would be cool. I mean, we got Metroplex as a Galaxy version, so it's possible. Make sure I'm doing this the right direction. Come on now. There we go. Fit that together. Fit the armor plates on. I don't know if I'll do the Orion parts. I think I'll probably save that for the review. Because I'll have to go through Optimus and then swap him to Orion. Because that'll be a bit of work. Where's the knee? Nope, it's not on that one. The runners are getting too light. Oh, I already popped it off. Too light to stand on the runner organizer anymore. Make it scale with defenders. That would be pretty cool. Yoink. Okay. Got that. Pop that. And then the knee. All very fluid. Fits together quite nicely. I have to say, I expected the legs to be a bit of like drudgery. Because I felt like building Action Edition Soundwave, his legs seemed to take forever. And they just weren't that interesting. So far, I've quite enjoyed really all parts of this build. There haven't really been parts that I felt were just a drag. I don't know. It's just really well put together. Really smooth. The parts are interesting. It's fun to see these pieces come together. I'm enjoying it. I think the Blockies has really done a good job here. Defenders for the head guys. There's a lot of potential for them to mix and match the waves like that. All right. That. All right, and then we will pop the wheels in. What? Isn't that where it's supposed to go? Yeah. What am I doing wrong? Is it just that tight? Oh. Yeah, I'm putting it upside down. Imagine that. Putting it in upside down doesn't work. Crazy, right? You're listening to the stream while playing Reach Campaign on Legendary. Very nice. Kill some coveys for us. Okay. I think that's a nub that needs cleaning. Oh, interesting. They show you attaching it together. So he does have a complete inner frame. You could just strip the armor off and, you know, have an inner skeleton Optimus. go. Pop that together. Ugh. Nice and solid. You buy off all your Blockies in Lazada. Is that that's a site, isn't it? Pretty sure I've heard of that. Okay, we got that. Honestly, I'll just go ahead and pop all the rest of this blue off because we're about to use all of it. Use all the rest of it. Here, he'll be like, ah, my leg. The Energon. There's so much. It's pouring out. Perfect grandmother, she's not doing the best right now. She's 101? Man. I'm impressed. That's a good long life. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that she's not doing well, but that's still incredibly impressive. Do that. Do this. Do that. I need... Where's the other vent? Oh, I already popped it off. The endoskeleton thing is sick. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, and then we pop this together. I need to make sure. Oh, I was doing it the wrong way. They attach that on with ball joints. I find it very interesting. A lot of Blockies, like armor connection points, are ball joints. Oh, there's a little bit of a slide there. All right, he gets his leg. Stop holding your leg, buddy. Ah, there we go. This is one solid feeling figure. Would everyone like to see next is Action Edition? Shockwave or Ultra Magnus? I would be very on board with either of those. All right, so we've got our dude here. Let me make sure I'm all the way in focus. So let's test out the articulation. So we know that the arm bend is an incredible range because of the drop down. He can hinge this out, so he can hinge up to here. Look at that. Your Megatronus Prime's right leg keeps falling off. That's unfortunate. So yeah, he can get a full T-pose with some very nice mechanical detail. That's great. Right, welcome. Do I know the Library podcast? I can't say that I do. It doesn't sound familiar to me. His head can go up and down. I'll obviously do another breakdown in my video, but his head is perfect. I don't think he gets really any side to side. Great ab crunch. It's very seamless. Blockie's toy worth to buy? Yes. Hey, Default NPC, welcome. He gets a little bit of a tilt back here. Again, no side to side really at all. The legs can go out to pretty much straight, really. And you can get up to here. Does he have drop down? I don't know, he really has drop down, but I don't think he really needs it. The knee bend, he's got some sick moving parts. That's a nice looking knee bend. Look at that. That's amazing. And then his ankles, let's see. If we move these parts out of the way, he can get... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Forward, well, can I do a forward, backward, and then obviously you have the toe hinges, which are not good. Oh, and you can rotate here. You also get rotation up here. You also get bicep rotation. Yeah, or it's kind of more like elbow rotation. But I don't think you're going to have any trouble getting awesome poses out of this guy. Oh yeah, he does have the waist swivel, and these can kind of move out of the way. The toe hinges are the worst part, I gotta say. Dang, this is a good figure. I really was not expecting all that much. When he was revealed, I was like, another Optimus. But he's cool. Wait, one of the things I'm most excited about is, where did I put that? I have a bunch of Terminator Mega figures that would be great, like Nest soldiers. Here we go. Let me grab them. Oh, we'll grab the guy packing the most punch. Look at this, though. This is like proper human size. That's perfect. Perfect. That's so good. Also, let me just grab... Here's Yola Park's TLK Optimus. I feel like they scale pretty well together. I know Yola Park has their own... They have their own Transformers 1 line. I don't really love the finishes on them. I really like the finish on this guy. But I think that this looks better than Yola Park's, just from what I've seen. But they do scale pretty nicely together. And then here is the wee little Classic Class, which they are the exact same colors, which is hilarious. And I mean, this is a good figure. He's got some good articulation and stuff, but that's better. That's so much better. That's insane. Also, just because, here we go. There's the rare Galaxy version. Now, we've got some accessories here. So let's build his gun, because they're saying build the gun. So we'll build the gun. This guy is too short compared to... No, I don't think so. I think they're pretty close. I think that's pretty good. I'm actually going to go ahead and equip the axe right now because we've already got that put together. We'll pop that back up. That looks so freaking good. This is... Man, I didn't expect to like this so much. It's so good. It's so good. G.I. Joe. Blockies G.I. Joe would be interesting, to say the least. I don't think I'm going to do the cogged version here because I'm going to do that for the review. That'll be something that you'll have to watch the review for. Can't spoil everything in the live stream, right? Also, it's going to take a lot of time. Alright, so the gun. We do have... It's interesting because you can turn it into, like, this form, the more complete form. The more film-accurate form, I suppose. And then you can pop that off and actually have him hold it. The definitive TF1 Prime for me, even if it doesn't transform. I mean, yeah, I think this is potentially the only Transformers 1 Prime you'd ever need to buy. And sure, he doesn't transform, but like, he spent a lot of time in bot mode. Oh, so there's the gun. It's a hefty piece. It's a very hefty piece. Yeah, that's right. This still needs a piece. This needs to be put together like that. And then we need to do the axe, which this pegs in like this, and then this pegs in like that. It technically does actually spin. I don't really think that's necessary because this part just looks so good. That is so far my only like real gripe is like when you push that, it just, this connection point's not tight enough. So when you're posing the head, it tends to lever that apart. And I don't like that. Look at that though. That's so cool. That's actually so cool. So I'll put together a few of the parts that I'm gonna need to swap. Oh, I can just make a whole Orion head. I'm gonna do the angry face because I feel like that's the most interesting. We have 2 3s, and then we also just have the eyes looking in different directions. Sort of a deal. Save that for some photos in the review. That's definitely going to be a pain to swap. Big pain. Okay. And then we've got... Well, let's see how hard it is to actually turn him into his cogs mode. Well, before I say no, we're not going to do that for sure. Let me see how hard it is. How much time it's going to take. Although, we got this guy built in less than 2 hours. That's pretty good. Speed. I am speed. Does it actually spin? It rotates kind of slowly. I suppose you could sand down the peg a little bit. Kind of get it a little bit more spinny. Oh, you know, the Mega G.I. Joe, that would be perfect here. Look at this, guys. Properly scaled Transformers and G.I. Joes. Saw the ad for Nightwing, Batman Beyond. Yeah, that looks really good. I don't really care about Harley. But Nightwing and Batman Beyond. I was literally just looking at the amazing Yamaguchi Batman Beyond, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I want to get it. But it's very expensive. And then Blockies is like, allow us. And now they're doing Batman Beyond, so I will be getting that for sure. Okay, so we're going to do this. But disappointing that it doesn't spin. I mean, I don't think that's a huge downer here, given the functionality is not primarily... Oh, it tilts backwards. Okay, the nub marks on this is pretty bad. There's a lot of detail on the back of that head. Oh, there is another thing. So apparently, I really haven't been able to find any more info on this, which makes me wonder, was it just a custom? But apparently there was a event exclusive shattered glass colors of this guy. And now that I know how good this guy is, I'm really wishing that I could have gotten my hands on that. So we got an angry Orion head. Pop that on that guy. That'd be weird. Oh, the cog can go in his chest. Okay, I see. I guess it's not that hard to swap the two. We've got that. Got the shoulders. Robot toys and military figures side by side. Yep, they work really, really good. Optimus is about 35 feet tall. Bayverse is 28 feet. Bayverse. Who determined that TF1 Prime was 30 feet tall? We never see him next to anything human. Anything human size at all. Okay, we still got the extra eyes on this runner, so I'm not going to lose that. Kit for making custom figures. I don't really know if they would just do a parts pack like that. That's cool. And then we need the little pipes. Oh, I see. So this pegs on like this. And then peg this on like this. Oh yeah, and the stand. I guess I gotta put the stand together. What? This is not wanting to fit. Supposed to do the other one? Did they not mill these holes the right side? Oh, they're just, it's super tight. Common consensus. I have no clue it was mentioned. That's interesting. Because common consensuses aren't always correct. Because everybody's common consensus was that Scourge was going to be Bayverse Prime in Rise of the Beasts. And that ended up not being correct. Why is this so tight? Golly. That was too much. Alright, so we're done with this runner. I'll take TLK Prime out, which, love this figure. I've got a video about him, but it's for members at the moment. It'll hopefully release to the public at some point soon, which I'm looking forward to Yola Park's AMK Pro Dark of the Moon Optimus. Oh yeah, the new... The first of the new Pokemon sets is going to be extremely expensive. Alright, let's put this together. I don't love this stand. I just feel like it's a drag to put together, but we're going to do it. Oh, one of these. Pop that in. Then one of the covers. I don't even think I built my Soundwave one. I was just like, I don't feel like doing this. Oh, wait, it needs the ratchet thing in there. Conclusion. Orion Pax is 32 feet. Megatronus is 55 feet. Well, Megatronus, I guess, is... He is the strongest Prime, so it makes sense that he'd be one of the biggest. Like a basic car. Yeah, Lego is just pricey. Pricey. Some of it's still good, but some of it's just like, Lego, are you joking? Unfortunately, in most cases, they're really not joking. Are you back? You just finished an assignment? Well, nice. Welcome back. Blockie's interest in G.I. Joe. I don't know how Blocky... I guess Blockies would have to do, like, Galaxy version figures for G.I. Joe if they did that. Alright, so we got this. Armando... Oh, I can't even say that. They're doing quantity over quality Legos. Yeah, no kidding. I cannot say that name, Armando something or other, but welcome. I apologize for not being able to pronounce your name. Okay, then we pop this. Oh, wow, that was a... Oh yeah, this is the, like, squishy clip. So you can clip that, or you can attach this, and I don't think that he has that connection point. Alright, let me put this a little off to the side. So, let me see here. I love that spinning piece. So, to swap to the cogged version, you need to pull off... No. Wait. Yes. Pull off the chest. You pull off one Technic piece. Ooh. Yeah, that's too much. So we pull off that. Then we need to pull off the matrix. And then we get the cog. And then we can pop the cog in place. Look at that. And so we need this piece. So then we have, let me make sure I did this right. Yep, that's right. Then we do this, and then this. This one does not hinge open, but I guess that makes sense because that's not how he did things. You could also put the unmasked face onto the Optimus. That off. This is actually a lot easier than I was expecting it to be honest. I expected the parts forming to be a bit more aggressive. Is that the right direction? Yeah, it is. Lego's basically adult collectors? Yeah. Does Blockies have a Venom Action Edition? No, but they are coming out with the Rivals Venom Classic class. No, come back here, buddy. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's, there we go. We got Cogged Orion. I feel like it's still a little bright. Look at that. That was pretty easy. Not half bad. The Matrix looks great. Oh yeah, the faces are definitely swappable, so you can make Angry Optimus. And, let's see the light feature. Here, let me get him in close here. He does glow. Look at that, the side of his head glows. His eyes glow. The chest... can't really see it, but the eyes do. That's super cool. Also, I love this angry face. It looks really good. Also, while we're close up, look at this. This is like the standout. The shifting spine. That's amazing. What an incredible figure. I am thoroughly impressed. Very, very impressed here. Again, I wasn't real excited for this. I was like, eh, another Transformers 1 Optimus. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't like mad about it, but I was just kind of meh about it. And then Blockies did this. This absolute... There, he's got the gun. The gun is a different silver than he is. Now, you can't really... There's not much in the way of posing the gun because it's so bulky. You kind of have to pose the gun by the elbow and not the wrist. Yeah. Can I do the Optimus jump shoot pose? Maybe I will save that for the review. You can see it here, though. He does it there. So, it's possible. It is entirely possible. Oh, wait, did I turn... Oh, right, the eyes turn off after a bit on its own. Did I miss anything? I think that's it. Wow. Wow, wow. Dot, welcome. You're here right on the very end of the stream. Blockies is inviting you to make custom Action Edition Transformers. Well, that's cool. So we've got our Optimus pieces over there. Got our axe there. We got the gun piece. We have a bunch of plastic scraps that I do not need in the studio. And I think that is where we are going to end that off because, again, so impressed. This looks like a bookmark. I might use it as a bookmark, to be honest. I was not expecting to be this impressed, but Blockies has made, it's just so good. It's so good. Their designers need a raise. And again, I keep saying, oh, the tolerances. Blockies need to get their tolerances right. Because if the joints are loose, then it would be terrible. But they're doing it. They're slowly, bit by bit, making sure the tolerances are great. And this guy feels solid. Like, the worst part is just the loose toe hinges. But he feels so much more solid than even Soundwave. And I know Soundwave, he's pretty solid. But he's still a little floppy here and there. This is great. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. So, we're going to end off there. So I'm going to pray us out as usual. And again, there is going to be another stream today. Not another Blockies stream. We're going to be building a castle. So, if you want to stop by for that, that'll be around 1 EST. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and pray things out. Well, Lord, thank you for just giving us the opportunity to come here. Thank you for giving us the privilege to have access to internet, to just live in places where we're able to enjoy this sort of thing. There's a lot of people all across the world that they don't have access to internet. They don't have the luxury of being able to enjoy cool stuff like this because they just don't have space for that in their lives. So I just want to thank you for giving us all just the luxury of being able to enjoy this sort of thing. I also want to lift up Flame's grandmother to you. Lord, you know the entire span of her life. You wrote all of it, and so you know exactly when you call her back to you. So I just ask that you would give her comfort, and just allow her to enjoy whatever time she has left. Just free of pain and just able to actually enjoy it. I ask that you give everybody who joined a safe and enjoyable weekend, that we'd be able to just come back and continue to do this sort of thing. In Jesus' name, amen. So, thank you guys all for stopping by. This was honestly a blast to build. Like I said, there was no parts that I felt like were a massive like drudgery to put together. So I'm looking forward to doing the review. I am actually quite excited to film the review. So I will see hopefully some of you guys later today, and for those of you who I don't see, I hope to see you guys at the next Blockies stream. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys